Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming to my presentation today. I am glad to meet you all. Before starting our presentation today, let me introduce myself. I am Sukawati and I am from Bantul, Yogyakarta. It's good to be here today. The title of my presentation is Fix Your Presentation 21 Quick Tips. Okay, are you drawing in a PowerPoint file? Use this easy trick to make your presentation more compelling and persuasive. Most business presentations range from incredibly boring to, well, just plain boring. I'm sure you have a few of fun trends within your own team. It does not have to be this way though. Her art 21 was to make certain that your presentation hold your audience interest and help them make the decision you want them to make. Next, the first point, preparation. Firstly, build a story. Presentations are boring when they present scores of information without any context or meaning. Instead, tell a story with the audience as the main character and specifically the heroes. 2. Keep it relevant. Audience only pay attention to stories and ideas that are immediately relevant. Consider what decision you want them to make, then build an appropriate case. 3. Cut your intro. A verbose introduction that describes you, your firm, your topic, how you got there, only bores people. Keep your intro down to a sentence or two, even for a long presentation. Next, begin with an opener. Kick off your talk by reliving a shocking fact, a surprising insight, or a unique perspective that naturally leads into your message and decision you want made. Next, keep it short and sweet. When was the last time you heard someone complain that a presentation was too short? Make it have as long as you originally thought it should be, or even shorter. 6. Use facts, not generalities. Fuzzy concept reflect fuzzy thinking. Buttress your argument, story, and message with facts that are quantifiable, variable, memorable, and dramatic. Next, customize for every audience. One size fits all presentations are like one size fits all clothes. They never fit right and usually make you look bad. Every audience is different. Your presentation should be too. Next, simplify your graphics. People shut off their brain when confronted with complicated drawing and table. Use every simple graphic and highlight the data points that are important. Next, keep background in the background. Fancy slide background only make more difficult for the audience to focus on what's important. Use a simple, single color, natural color background. And next, use readable fonts. Don't try to give your audience to get an eye-strained head check by using tiny fonts. Use like font in simple face like Arial. Avoid boldface, italic, and all caps. Don't get too fancy. You want your audience to remember your message, not how many special effects and visual gimcracks you use. In almost all cases, the simpler the better. Okay, my second point is presentation. 1. Check your equipment in advance. If you must use PowerPoint or plan on showing videos or something, check to make sure that the setup really works. Then check it again, then one more time. 2. Speak to the audience. Great public speakers keep their focus on the audience, not their slides or their notes. Focusing on the audience encourages them to focus on your slide and your message. 3. Never read from slides. Guess what? Your audience can read. If you're reading from your slides, you're not just being boring, you're also insulting the intelligence of everyone in the room. 4. Don't skip around. Nothing makes you look more disorganized than skipping over slides, backtracking to previous slides, or showing slides that don't really belong. If there are slides that don't fit, cut them out of the presentation in advance. 5. Leave humor to the professionals. Unless you're really good at telling jokes, don't try to be a comedian. Remember, when it comes to business presentation, polite laughter is the kiss of death. Next, avoid a warm house. Every audience has heard patterns that command immediate attention and cause every other discussion to grind to a halt. Learn what they are, then avoid them. Next, skip the jargon. Business buzzwords make you sound like you're either pompous, crazy, or boisterous speaking in tone. Cut them out both from your slides and from your vocabulary. Okay, next, make it timely. Schedule presentation for a time when the audience can give you proper attention. Avoid an off day just before lunch and the day before a holiday. 9. Prepare some questions. If you're going to have a Q&A at the end of your presentation, be prepared to get the ball rolling by having up a question or two of yourself. And finally, 10. Have a smart handout. If there's data that you want the audience to have, put it into a separate document for distribution after you talk. Don't use take as a data repository. Okay, that brings me to the end of my presentation. In brief, there are 21 ways to make certain that your presentation hold your audience interest and help them make the decision you want them to make. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope what I have shared would be beneficial for all of us. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.